Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done a video. The whole work and wedding and all that stuff's been a whole lot to deal with lately, so that's all done with. I've made a bunch of things. I got the new book by Anthony, which is an awesome book. So I got a bunch of stuff that I've made in there. You've seen a couple other people make other things, but I'm still going to do videos on it, even though it's stuff you've probably already seen. Some other stuff you haven't seen. But I'm going to start off with 2 videos that I want to give some thanks to 2 people. One has nothing to do with ninjutsu or anything, it's just another passion that I have. I've been getting into making my own knives lately. And I found this video by a user named Gavko Knives. The guy's really good. He makes some unbelievable knives. He does a lot of stuff by hand, so I got to give a lot of respect to that. But one of the things that I always had problems with whenever I made my own knives was getting the actual bevel. Here's one of my very first knives that I ever made, just out of an old busted up file. It was getting that bevel right there, that angle, and keeping that clean all the way down, which you can see on this one. It's not even at all. But he did a tutorial on how to make a jig to file your knives with a nice even bevel. And I had a little downtime at work, so I decided to make one. Mine doesn't look like, I don't really work with wood, so mine's not, just like his. But here's my, I guess, knife filing jig. It works on the same principles as his. I made a few adjustments just because I work with metal and I have a lot of this aluminum extrusion at work. So it works on the same principle with the eyelet, and you can adjust this up and down on slides on the side to get different angles, and it works really nice. I mean, it's really easy too. I'll show you. I got to cover all the angles. I made 2 other posts that are different heights. I can cover an angle from 1 degree all the way up to 45 just by putting different ones on there and doing the math. But it works on the same principle. Let me get one of my big files that I just got. Now you set it up in the jig just like his. Use the 2 clamps to clamp it down. And then I made so you can see this, it's a long rod. Like I said, I work at a metal shop, so I made an aluminum handle with a rubber grip. I just duct taped the file on there, and that works really nice. And then you just go along your knife edge and file it down. It does take some time, but it leaves a really nice clean edge. I love it, so I got to give a shout out to him on showing how to make one of these, because it's awesome. If you're getting into knife making, definitely check out his videos. Really cool guy, makes some really good stuff. It even works on, this was that sword blade that I showed a long time ago that I was working on. I changed the design, but even on something this big, see, the new light that I put in here is really throwing everything off. Got to do it in sections just because it's so long. This is like a 15-16 inch blade, but it puts a real nice bevel on there, which I'm still working on this one every once in a while just because it's a long work in progress. But just using this, my knife blades have been coming out a lot better. This is a full flat grind on there, And I still got some polishing work with some sandpaper to do on this one. And then here's another one that I worked on. This one's almost done. I just got to get some knife scales to put on here. But that's a good 1/4 inch thick blade. But it's really nice. So, very happy with this new jig. Awesome. And as you can see, I kind of redid the shop down here in the garage. I cleaned everything up, but I added a new light and switched things around. I got a nice new bright light up there, so it's not throwing any shadows. But real happy about all that. So that's what I've been kind of doing for the past 2 weeks. So besides that, back into the world of the Ninja. Like I said, I have been making a lot of stuff from Anthony's new book. But one of the things else that I made that I got off of another user who makes great stuff just like I do. One of the things I never knew how to make, I actually watched his video, and he has a great tutorial on how to do it, and I did this in 1 day. And it's with the straw sandals. See if I can get this out without ripping anything down. Get my American flag off there. The jig was really easy to make. Just follow his instructions. His name is Gabriel Rossa. He's really cool. Makes some really good stuff. But made the jig just how he showed in his video. Mine's definitely not as clean looking as his, but it makes great sandals. Probably took maybe about an hour. I'm not so good at weaving, but they turned out great. I mean, nice tight weave. His instructions were really easy. I think total cost, I bought two bags of the rope just because I didn't know how much I needed. They were like $6 a piece, so I made a pair of sandals for around $10. I mean, if you want to take in the cost of everything that it took to make these, maybe $15. I didn't have nails, so I had to buy nails. Those were like $2. The piece of wood, I actually just found a scrap piece of wood that was big enough. But I just want to say a big thanks to Gabriel Rossa. He's definitely someone you want to check out if you like the whole ninja stuff. He's makes great things. So I want to say thanks to him, because that was something cool that I never had, and surprisingly these sandals are actually really comfortable. I was actually pretty surprised when I put them on. But all in all, 2 great jigs, 2 different areas of things that I like to do. One is, the whole Japanese ninjutsu area, and the other is, making your own knives. So 2 great jigs. Definitely check out both their channels. Gabriel Rossa, he's under my subscriptions, and I'm pretty sure Gavko Knives is in my subscriptions. If not, just search it. You'll find them. Cool stuff. But I do got 2 weeks off of work, so in between the 2 holidays, I'm going to be trying posting a lot of videos. I know I probably got at least 7 or 8 things that I want to do videos on, so I'm going to try and knock those out, get some new stuff out there. I did some other types of sandals. I made a type of a shield, I guess, and then some other small things. But yeah, so hopefully I can get a lot of these videos done while finishing up those 2 knives that I'm doing. Besides that, just still reading books and trying to find new stuff to make. I got a couple things that I want to make, but I don't have the resources here in my garage to do it, so I might have to wait till I can get my hands on some better woodworking tools to make some certain things. So I want to make them as historically accurate as possible. So that's pretty much about it. So 2 cool jigs, definitely check them out. Two cool channels, check them out. And once again, I want to say thanks to both Gabriel and Gavko Knives for showing me this cool file jig. Definitely has saved me hours in filing. Which one of the last notes on this jig is, after I'm done filing it and I want to do the pre-sanding and pre-polishing before I heat treat it, just to get kind of a cleaner edge on it, what I did is I just took a square block of wood and I'd put that on there with sandpaper, and then I could do the same angle that I filed it with, but with different grits of sandpaper underneath, and you can still get that same angle and same everything with sandpaper instead of trying to sand it by hand or holding the block and sanding it on the table. You can get the same angle just by switching to a block of wood and some sandpaper. So that's really cool. Excuse me. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully Monday, maybe Tuesday, I'll have a new video out. And then maybe Thursday or Friday, or over the weekend, I'll have maybe 1 or 2 more. That's pretty much about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little explanation of these 2 different things. Like I said, check out their channels, and I'll keep a lookout for some more videos that I got coming up. A couple of things are pretty cool, and I'll try and make the videos a little bit longer on the items that I got coming up, doing a little more explanation on how I made them and where you can get the materials to make this stuff. So until then, I'll see you guys later.